No.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
You're in DC.
The narco president
appalling attack
gave her
happened at the weekend. I
prize
guess
to
the first
Trump.
question to you would be,
Right?
you very generously offered to give Donald Trump your Nobel Peace Prize in light of the subsequent attack on Iran in conjunction with Israel. Would you still make that offer?
Well, hell yeah. They had
Well, we did that
nukes.
because we believe that President Trump made a unique and courageous movement towards transition to democracy and freedom in Venezuela. Actually, it's the only
Man, yeah, dude.
that has
He went in there and snatched that dude up with nobody knowing.
for the freedom of Venezuela, and we're moving ahead. Not there yet, because as you are aware, Delcy Rodriguez is part
Old Forester
of
Hunter
a
proof.
regime that previously destroyed our institutions and forced
Oh, no.
of our
This
population
was
to flee the country,
Maduro's
that has
opposition.
tortured, persecuted, and killed thousands of Venezuelans fighting for
She should have
freedom.
been president.
But we have started this path
Who is
transition
running
and democracy, which is something that we
Venezuela
desperately demand.
now that Maduro's out?
But do you support the war in Iran?
DC Rodriguez, man, she got elected.
Israelis in this war?
What do you do? They
I
throw up a
support
woman.
people of Iran that demand freedom and dignity in the
Give it
possibility of
another
united
election.
I can speak from the Venezuelan perspective, Piers, and the destruction absolutely devastating.
I want to see that redhead
these
Brian
regimes have
Shapiro.
brought to our people. And of course, we have denounced for years the very clear link. Venezuelan people speak about it and make their to do it.
White House Correspondents' Dinner, the first.
I ain't Hasmon. I ain't gonna watch every bit of this shit.
The political violence crisis in the US. The second is that so many people think it was a hoax, a staged event to rekindle affections for an increasingly unpopular president. Claims it was all an elaborate setup that come from the hard left as well as the hard right online. What's different this time is that
Let me do this.
normal people seem to think
I'm gonna move my camera.
the right-wing conspiracy theory that Butler was staged became sufficiently popular that both CNN and Wired felt compelled to cover it.
It's got I trade during the day with my boy, my black son, Kelvin.
Accused of funding extremist groups.
Gotta include him on this.
You see these white kings, which are funded.
You're also
just
gonna see our
the
whiteboard,
Southern Law was funded,
our
so
planning.
Southern Law is financing the KKK and lots of other radical, terrible groups, and then they go out and they say, "Oh, we've got to stop the KKK," and yet they give them hundreds
there
of
we go.
thousands
No.
and even millions of dollars.
They were
It's a total scam run by the Democrats. It shows you that, like Charlottesville.
Here we go.
Charlottesville was all funded.
You
by
can see
the
me, you can see him when he's here. You can see our whiteboard over here, and that's where we do our day trade planning. All right. I don't have a shirt on. I'm an old hillbilly. I don't give a shit.
It would simply be that if everybody repeatedly blames each other and nobody really believes anything, it's going to be a lot worse before it gets better. Joining me on the panel is Christopher Rufo. He's the senior fellow.
Oh man, I can't stand this Brian Shapiro dude.
Host of the Social McInnes, founder of the Proud Boys and Sensitive TV host.
Founder of the Proud Boys. He looks like
No
a
Limits. Well, welcome to all of you.
goo.
Brian Shapiro, let me start with you because
Start with the redhead. He ain't got no hair, but he's got a beard.
they often follow attacks.
What do you
by
call a
people
ginger
who
with a
like
beard
technical
with no
life.
hair?
To me, it's a kind of stain on everyone's houses, right?
Why does he
There's
wear
definitely
that goofy hat,
violent
man?
rhetoric and
Get rid of the
violent
goofy hat. Look,
in American
Big
political
Daddy's
systems
bald.
in American
Big Daddy's
politics.
proud. My dad was 45 when I was born.
And nobody
He was
seems to want to
bald.
control
He
that.
was missing a ring finger.
Incident,
To me, that's a
everyone
man.
they're outraged, but at the same time,
This
people
dude was
blame
raised by two women, I
other
guarantee
people
you.
themselves.
He's self-conscious
You know,
about his
I'll
bald
give you a
head.
question. Do you think you look at your own
Big
record
Daddy can
for
be
the last 10
bald.
years? Can you point to times
You can look me
you
up.
yourself maybe have
I was a
used
Greek
records
god
you
when
now
I
wish
was
you had?
15,
What is the answer
17,
to
20.
dialing the temperature down collectively?
Well, Pierce, good to see you. Thank you for having me on again. I would say no. I would say different standards for different people. I would say when you're the president of the United States, you're supposed to be lowering the temperature and the rhetoric. I would say after this incident that took place the other day, what we should be talking about is mental health. We should be talking about
Mental
gun
health?
control. We should be talking about security breaches. How did this person
Yeah,
get to
we
that
should be talking about your
area?
mental health.
And, you know, I don't like to blame one side of the aisle. But
I
want
do.
both sides to come together. I don't condone violence on any side. But
Who
I also
condones
need to bring up
violence?
the fact that it was the President of the United States just several months ago that was calling for the execution of 6 elected Democrats. So there has to be some responsibility there. And I would also say about the conspiracy theories that you brought up, Pierce.
Conspiracy
Why is it that all
theories.
these MAGA Republicans in unison,
Pierce
an
is a
hour or two after
conspiracy
this incident,
theorist.
we're talking about building a ballroom and why.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're building a ballroom.
We need to build this ballroom. That's not going to help anybody. I don't.
Hell yeah, it is.
People blaming just the left and just the.
Look, Reagan was shot at this very spot that this guy with a shotgun ran in and tried to kill whoever he could kill. A ballroom at the White House is going to be so secure with Secret Service. We got talking about snipers. We're talking about tanks sitting outside. We're talking about Black Hawks flying around the MF'er. Forget what this dude says. A ballroom, privately funded. The taxpayers ain't even got to worry about, as far as I know. I might be wrong on that. This ginger, let's just listen.
It's unfair, and I think we need to figure out ways to stop these incidents from happening. Of course, this was a real incident.
We stop these incidents from happening, from having people like you talk.
Yeah, that's the point I was about to make, which is I accept it was clearly a coordinated campaign to get the ballroom promoted and so on, which seemed a bit
Bushlight.
And also, it's not like the White House Correspondents' Dinner could even be in the new ballroom, because the new ballroom has 999
Copenhagen.
seats available, and the White House Correspondents' Dinner is 2,500 people. So I don't even understand that argument. It's like,
Just want you to know what I'm affected
I
by.
actually have no problem with a bigger ballroom at the White House. It's fine. I don't see why the
Yeah.
have to stay the same. We have
It's no big deal.
Number 10 Downing Street all the time. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's become a big political
Billions
position, but in
going to
relation
Minnesota
the
for
final
Learning
I saw a
centers.
similar coordinated
Same thing with
campaign
California.
about the thing being staged at the weekend, and it just blew up
Stupid.
online. With
Pierce.
people stage.
Pierce, let me just unequivocally say this.
Yeah.
Those people are idiots. I don't care.
They're not
what they're
idiots.
for the right.
Call 'em
It's a
retarded.
staged incident. But Pierce, the point that I was trying to make, and I think we agree on this, is that when you have all these right-wing grifters, some with large accounts on social media in unison, all talking about the positives of building a ballroom, there's going to be some people in this country that think that this was all staged. Now, I'm not.
Oh,
I
dude.
don't think
Don't
they're
bring
very
up the
involved. I think
stage.
that this was a staged event. Obviously,
Dude's
it
going to
was.
prison for
But I think
life.
people on the right are helping themselves, Annie, with some of the statements they've made on social media either, if that makes sense.
Dude, I can't even stand the way you look.
Christopher Rufo, what's interesting is he actually.
Why do
get
you
into
shave
the
your
weeds
lip,
about
upper lip?
Political violence over the last, say,
What's up with
30 years.
that?
The Centre for Strategic and International Studies reported in
I'm not
September
shaving
that
this.
in recent years, the United States has seen an increase in the number of left-wing terrorism attacks and plots.
A black son was over here the other day, Kelvin. He wanted to shake me up, but I stayed in bed all day because I was hurting.
Carried out by right-wing and jihadist attacks.
What's up with removing your mustache? Oh, hold on a second. I gotta stop right here. Why remove your mustache? First off, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but he needs to fix the hair growth right here. Maybe I do too. I don't know. He's got his chin all covered in hair, and you need to trim up this part here, this part here. Why shave your mustache, dude? Nobody's calling anybody a Nazi because of a mustache. Is that your reason for shaving your fucking mustache? And the hat's got to go, dude. Get you a Make America Gay Again hat or something. But dude, this hat is cool in the 50s. My maternal great-grandfather wore a hat like this, and he was a part of the greatest generation. One of my few heroes. You don't deserve to wear this hat. Take it off. I've seen you with it off. When you walk indoors, you take your hat off. You don't wear a hat indoors. That's just basic courtesy, okay?
Left-wing terrorist attacks outnumber those from the violent far right. And I think that is a pertinent point, which is if you go back in the last 30, 40 years, you'll see there's been a lot of violence on the right, a lot of violence on the left. But there's now a noticeable uptick in violence on the left, and many people, and I was one of them,
Uptick.
would apportion that, I think, to the ridiculously over-the-top rhetoric that's often used.
We would call that a
about
breakout
his administration,
in the
calling them
intraday
Hitler,
community.
calling them a bunch of Nazis and so on. You know, as I made the point many times on this show, if you keep saying that people are Hitler and the Nazis,
Yes.
a deranged mind
Yes.
is going to compute that as a direct incentive to perform a public duty, a service to the country, by removing Hitler and the Nazis and expect to be applauded for it. And that's the problem. If you over-egg the rhetorical souffle in that way, you are going to make impressionable minds think this is a good thing to be doing. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree, and we're seeing really an explosion of decentralized left-wing violence that is being fueled, at least in part, by social media sites like Blue Sky. And in this individual case, it seems that the shooter was radicalized on Blue Sky, in particular by people like Will Stansel, a lawyer who has endorsed political violence. And this is now becoming mainstream. You see this great derangement over the past 10 years because of Trump. There have been, of course, 3 assassination attempts against the president. One came within an inch of being a successful assassination. And you didn't see this under President Obama. You didn't see this under President Biden. And while, of course, there's left-wing violence and right-wing violence, the vast majority of violent incidents, and political violence in particular, since Black Lives Matter, since the ascension of Trump to the presidency, has been almost entirely on the left. And
Got a trans lover shooting our champion Charlie Kirk.
Calling back some of its troops, but in fact, it seems like it's going to.
Why are you shaking your head, Ginger? Why are you shaking your head? You know.
When you would have mass amounts of left-wing violence. In some years,
We weren't as divided back
more than
then.
2,000 bombing attacks per year. If you read Days of Rage, it's a great book about this. That's my fear, is that we're going into an internet decentralized new version of the Days of Rage from the late 60s and early 70s.
We are.
Yeah, Joe,
We are.
That's my fear, and I think AI
Security is even more. Even John Hinckley Jr. said,
reality from fiction.
I can pull up the interview. John Hinckley Jr. said you could get closer to the president back then than you can now. And so on the assassination attempt then, he actually shot Reagan. Now, with the security that we have, with the assassinations that we've had, God bless Charlie Kirk, who's in heaven right now. If you think a firefighter gets shot in the chest to stage a Trump assassination is staged, you're out of your freaking mind. I don't know about the dude at the golf course. He seemed kind of iffy. We've seen better footage of this guy running through the security alarms or whatever, the metal detectors. School teacher traveled all the way from California that felt this anger, felt this rage that he had to take somebody out. What in the hell is wrong with you to think that you're going to make a difference by killing somebody? You don't even have to be Christian to realize how wrong this is.
And so people will have their natural political bias sort of cemented and fermented by AI in a way that I think is going to get increasingly dangerous. What do you feel about this, Joe? Again, you've been on the show many times. We talked about
AI's got no effect on this.
People naturally gravitate to their own political bias most of the time. But the rise in the volume of these incidents, the tone of the rhetoric. I mean, for Donald Trump, you know, I think what happened the weekend was disgusting and appalling, and the twisted manifesto of the shooter was repellent to read. And he'd clearly been.
It wasn't that bad to read. It was sad to read.
People, because of what he'd seen and heard from people deliberately using inflammatory rhetoric, which is wrong. At the same time, it's only a week or so since Donald Trump was brazenly posting on X about wanting to annihilate 90 million Iranians.
Who cares? That's just talk.
At what point do we accept that the rhetoric on all sides about almost everything got out out of control.
Pierce, I think you nailed it at the top, and you just nailed it again right there. It is out of control, and it is of both sides, all of us. It feels every day like we are a nation at each other's throats. And I think the data...
Dude has a no king sign behind him. I gotta go past. Oh, it's Joe Walsh. Why am I listening to this dude?
I mean, hate the people we disagree with.
I don't hate anybody I disagree with, man. I don't hate you. I just don't want to listen to you.
The entire left for the murder. Trump's not the only one that does that. We've got to stop doing that because this is.
You've got to stop doing it for sure, dude.
Chris Rufo is so expert on.
We do not have a king. Why have a no king's protest?
Right-wing violence over the last 20 to 30 years has typically outweighed left-wing violence.
Bullshit. They just toppled. They just toppled the Southern poverty law, whatever it is. They were paying people to be white extremists. Do you understand what I'm saying? All of your white on black violence, all of your white political violence has been manufactured, funded. I gotta go past this dude. I can't listen to this dude. This dude, man, hold on. Let's go back here.
All right, Brian Shapiro,
Oh my God! I went to this dude.
They are a force for peace and harmony.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah. Well. First of all, what an imbecile to bring up trans people. We're talking about violence. What the hell does trans have to do with what we're talking about?
All right, let's hear the trans shit.
It's a myth. This whole both sides are flawed. No.
We need to hear this dude. Oh, well, this is the Proud Boy dude.
He's a Nazi calling for random violence.
Gavin McInnes.
All the times I've said punch someone in the face, it's been a reaction to Antifa punching us in the face. I mean, I don't think a lot of the pundits out there have been outside.
I think a lot of people need to be punched in the face. You got to experience at least once or twice.
I always said fight back. I never called for random violence. No one on the right
Guns.
random violence. That's a myth. This whole both sides are flawed. No, the left is flawed, and right-wing violence is a myth. All of this stuff about there was a shooting at Dollar General.
You know what Go ML is?
A nut. That's a Nazi.
Oh, go off my lawn. Get off my
Go
lawn.
back to Africa, deny the Holocaust. That's not our guys. We eschew our radicals. The left embraces their radicals. They embrace the trans. They even embrace jihad. Where they
The
go,
dude that shot the CEO.
So we're the good guys. They're the bad guys. It's not.
Man, I hate good guy, bad guy rhetoric.
All right, Brian Shapiro, we massively misunderstood the Proud Boys. They are a force for peace and harmony.
I don't even know who the Proud Boys are.
Yeah. Well, first of all, what an imbecile to bring up trans people. We're talking about violence. What the hell does trans have to do with what we're talking about right now?
Well, last 4 or 5 folks that done mass shooting or assassinations have been trans. Nobody cares if you're done, Kamala.
Committing the most mass shootings of any demographic.
Gotta let me talk. First of all the mass shootings in this country, we're going years and years. Less than 1%, less than a fraction of them have been mass shooters. So you guys are lying.
Yeah, but ain't trans people ain't been around but like 5 years, 10 years, most.
Was that Antifa that was responsible for January 6th when 140 officers
Oh
were
my
beaten?
God.
Was that Antifa?
They were beaten for shooting.
I'm falling asleep.
They were beaten for
Yeah.
they were beaten for
700.
flashlights. People
Right.
going, stop.
Right.
2 patriots died that day.
Guess what?
Wasn't Boylan and
Guess
Ashley
what?
Babbitt.
Okay, hold on
by
a second.
your cops,
Stand
by
back.
your Capitol Police, your affirmative action hires.
Well, scratch my mustache because I have one.
Stand back and stand by for one moment. Let me just finish this for a moment, sir. Okay.
He won't finish.
In a court, yeah. It was proven in a court of law. There were over 700 people that were convicted. They had the opportunity to defend themselves. Those were
The same
right-wing
court of
fringe
law that
groups.
gave Enrique
And you
Tarrio
are
22
complicit.
years for not being there?
Enrique Tarrio is an imbecile. If that's the hill that you're going
Oh,
to
he's
die
going to
on,
jail
then you
for
have
that
a
then.
problem, sir.
22 years.
Yeah. He was convicted of seditious conspiracy and dump. Let me ask you a question. If you beat a cop on January 6th, are you a hostage and a patriot? Yes
They
or no?
didn't beat
Man,
cops. Cops were
I see
shooting
videos
580
all
into the
day
crowd.
long
They were going, "Stop,
of
stop
people
this
doing
guy."
battery on law
Wait,
enforcement
hold
in
on.
Minnesota.
Going under Nancy
You're
Pelosi's
saying-
Prosecutors
Wait,
just
I
let
want
them
you to-
go.
I want you to say this on Pierce Morgan's show right now on the record. Are you
I'll
saying
say it
cops
right
were not
now on the
beaten
record.
January 6th? Yes or no?
I'm saying cops started a riot, and in a melee,
That's not what I asked.
people get hurt.
I don't care what your opinion. Were cops beaten
Shut
on
up
January
with your
6th? Yes or no?
carefully
Hey,
crafted
Pierce,
Pierce, you
questions
won't
to
answer the
make
question.
crap on
Pierce,
cops.
can I
You won't
say
answer the
one-
question.
Let's get Andrew Wilson on
I'm
here.
outside. I'm out there. I'm there. I'm on the streets. I see this fire.
Pierce,
I'm not
Oh,
outside.
let me bring in. All right.
You're not outside, dude.
Let me bring in Joe Walsh.
I don't want to hear Joe Walsh.
Pierce, I just want to say one thing, and this is our problem. That clip right there between Gavin and Brian, that will go viral. And Chris and I just sort of sitting here, and maybe we're going to talk about crime stats and compare data. Nobody will pay attention to that. But the argument and the fight right there, Pierce, between Brian and Gavin will explode.
Because
so
Brian
many
wants
people
clicks, man.
Tune into shows like this. And Pierce, I think you do a great job. I really do, of trying to have conversations. But so many people tune into shows like this to see the fights, the
I don't give
viral
a-
clips, and then away we go.
I need
down that road
information.
Where we hate each other and violence.
What do you think the American Revolution
You know,
was? It was a fight. This country was founded on fights. They're healthy.
I've got no problem.
I love
with-
fighting. Fights are
We have
healthy.
one
I'm not
riot
talking
every
about that.
100 years. You have a riot a year for 100
Gavin.
years, and we have to keep hearing about
Gavin.
January 6th, January 6th. Oh
I know
no,
you don't want
that
Gavin.
riot that
Gavin,
ended the world.
I can tell you right now, Gavin, here's the difference. Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about that for a moment because I know you love talking about that.
Oh, they're
Anybody who
corrupt
beat
as
anybody
hell.
in
Killed
Hold on,
25
Gavin.
people.
Gavin, let me finish. Anybody during a Black Lives
Kamala,
Matter
let me finish.
committed any violent acts, it's wrong, and I want them held to the highest extent of the law. I don't blame our court system. I don't blame anybody but the people who committed those violent acts. Why won't you say the same about January 6th?
I say the same about everybody. Everybody commits a crime should be held to the extent of the law.
BLM and Antifa started a 2-year fight that burned down this country, caused $3 billion worth of damage, cost 25.
Nobody
plus
prosecuted.
lives. The only major deaths, the only deaths on January 6th
So, guys-
were Capitol Police killing patriots.
Not true.
Yet we have to
Not
hear
true.
about this. Why aren't I hearing about
Not true.
the jihadist deaths of the past 10 years or the trans shooting of the past 10 years? We are
Yep.
on this scrutiny where we go
Yep.
through conservative behavior with a fine-tooth comb,
So,
and we
quick
have
point
to
I wanna make,
nail to the
Gavin.
cross for January 6th. Yet you guys
Gavin.
get away with an assassination
Gavin.
attempt from 2 days ago.
All right, hold on.
Paul
Okay, so
Allen's
Gavin, quick point.
manifesto sounded like your
Quick-
show. You guys are inventing
Yep.
your
I wanna
cheese.
make-
We eschew ours.
No, you're not. Gavin, quick point I
I'm
just
not.
want to make
Oh
to
yeah,
the panel.
I
to-
love
to Joe.
I love synagogue
Gavin,
shootings. I'm
Gavin,
totally down with that.
Gavin, just be quiet for 20 seconds. I just want to make a quick point here. So, guys, this is
20
what
seconds.
Joe
Let's
was just
count
talking about. Joe, I don't speak for you, but I'm calling out all violence, whether it be Black Lives Matters or January 6th.
Y'all are
Gavin, once
morons.
again, called. No, you're not. You just called everybody patriots on January 6th, you idiot. That's what you just said.
Yeah, they
you
were
just called all the
patriots.
people, some of them.
Pick a
Yeah, well,
fight.
you're a
Don't
moron
pick a
then.
fight with me.
You're an idiot. All right. Well, good luck at your Klan rally tonight, Mr. Graham. Wilson.
Klan rally.
I actually think, I mean, let me jump in.
That's the
Let me
kind of
jump in,
shit
let me
that
jump in
people-
here.
Perfect.
I don't understand. Surely the intellectually honest, but let me come back to Chris Rupert. The intellectually honest position on this.
There ain't no fucking Klan.
You should be able to condemn whatever party you have an allegiance to, whatever. You should be able to condemn unreservedly all violence against police on January the 6th and all violence against police. or
Notice
civilians
it's the
or
left
whatever,
that's shaking their
any of
heads.
the BLM
Yes,
riots.
big
To me,
time.
that is an
Exactly.
intellectually honest position. The moment
That's
you
what I'm
start
trying to
saying,
do.
well, that's
You
fine,
wasn't
that's
trying to do
acceptable.
that.
When they rioted, it was acceptable. When they did it, it's unacceptable. The moment you start doing that, you're being intellectually, to me, dishonest. Chris?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agree. I said it on the day of, and I continue to believe it. People who went to the Capitol on January 6th with the intention to riot, to destroy property, to fight with police, were wrong. It was not something you should do, and moreover, even on the practical consequences, caused a lot of problems for those of us on the political right who want to just have good policy, fight the good fight, and go for democratic changes. But January 6th is not in any way a valid point of comparison for terrorism, violence, and assassination that we've seen since that time, and really since 2020. And so we have a wave of political assassination that seems
Charlie
to be
Kirk.
blue sky ideology, seems to be associated with transgender ideology, and seems to be associated with mainstream anti-Trump ideology.
Shake your head now, Ginger.
Is the most important because the shooter for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, if you read the manifesto, it's not a highly technical or ideological statement. It could be something that you'd read on the Washington Post or on Blue Sky, the Bulwark, or on the Twitter account of someone like a Will Stansel, a mild-mannered lawyer in the Midwest.
I gotta make a difference. I gotta take one of these people out.
And so,
that's what it says.
Mainstream leftist, anti-Trump, no kings ideology seems to be driving a wave of political violence, and that doesn't mean that everyone who's posting those kind of ideas is responsible for
no, I disagree. We see so many TikToks. Let's look. Let's just look. Just look, man. These people should be in prison.
So last night was probably one of the greatest examples of why you shouldn't go to sleep too early, because you might miss out on the fanfare of a current event happening in real time. And I couldn't
compilation. Need to add that. I don't know what this is. I haven't previewed. Another white boy wanting to be a wigger, rapping. Staged. A firefighter died. My dad was a firefighter. Grazed his ear because he turned his head. Let's go back. This ain't what I'm looking at. TikTok reactions. Let's do that. Listen to this.
What are my thoughts on the Trump shooting? Secret Service, these guys are the best in the business. Not going to happen again. And, you know,
I want to say there shouldn't be political violence, but at this point,
elections are like a clown show. I think it's a gun rights thing.
You see Trump shot and you're thinking, well, did they actually get him?
I guess it's possible that it's a hoax, but I think it probably happened.
Our government lies to us all the time. It's not like he's above it.
He looks even stronger now.
Do you not want to vote?
Probably sealed the deal that he's going to be the president-elect.
To run for president at this point.
I think this is from when he got shot in the ear.
Secret Service.
It's all Butler stuff. Either way, the hell with it. That was an absolute waste of 5 minutes.
Should cause deep concern because it's unpredictable, it's decentralized. We saw it take the life of my friend Charlie Kirk. We saw it nearly take the life of our president. And I don't think that just saying, well, January 6th, is really sufficient in any way.
Just address Chris real quickly. So, Chris, I appreciate
Joe, hang on, let me bring Joe. I mean, the one that really upsets me, Charlie Kirk really upsets me, many things that really upsets me. January 6th really upsets me, actually, because the scenes it sent around the world about this attack on democracy, at the heart of American democracy, is awful. And anyone could try to pretend to me this was a great patriotic act is just talking nonsense. The murder of Brian Thompson, the CEO of
let's bring that up.
Shot brazenly in the streets of New York, where I currently am.
I even saw conservatives
on the left, especially younger members of the left, of his killer, Luigi Mangione. The idea he was some kind of modern-day Robin Hood hero. for murdering a husband, a father, a son, in the way that was done. The reaction was almost as appalling as the murder itself. It's like, this guy's not a hero. He's a cold-blooded assassin of the kind that we used to be able to all agree should be condemned by everybody, but that didn't happen. And this is my problem, is I think, Joe, that people's reactions, their sensitivity, numb to this.
A lot of conservatives, dude.
I think it's perfectly okay to say, you know what? He had a point, that Mangione, and by the way, he's good-looking, isn't he? What? What?
Who gives a shit what he looks like?
No, Pierce, I'm with you 100%. It's appalling, it's disgusting. And it is every bit as appalling and disgusting as the actual act. But it goes to this point, we're so effing tribal that when there's an act of political violence, it's never the responsibility of the person who did it. It's always the entire right. It's every Trump
The right?
Or it's the entire left.
Okay.
I go back to the white supremacist who shot 10 black people in that in the grocery store in Buffalo back in 22. Not everybody on the right killed,
I never even heard of it.
black people.
But I'm not on the right.
But so many on the left castigated the whole right wing is racist. But and the left does that as well. Again, the entire left didn't kill Charlie Kirk. A 22-year-old man from Utah did. And one quick point
Who was
on the data,
with a tranny.
I love following Chris on the data. But there's been a spike in the last year or two. But as you said, Pierce, up until 2025, I mean, 2025 was the first year since '94 that left-wing violence, plots and attacks outweighed right-wing violence. Back in 2001,
at least you can say last 2 years, left-wing violence has increased.
Something has gone on in the last year or so. I give you that.
And we're not even talking about attacks on ICE agents.
First of all, the data that you're referring to has been debunked over and over and over again, and so I don't think it's reliable for those who have looked into it. Second, here's the critical point. The difference between the shooter that you're talking about that killed 10 people in the grocery store is that nobody on the right, nobody in a position of authority in media, in politics,
I'd never heard of it.
celebrated that person.
I'm not on the right on the media either.
Tried to justify the actions of that person, whereas with Luigi Mangione, with the shooter of Charlie Kirk, you have not only people online on the left celebrating it, justifying, rationalizing it, but in the case of the Luigi Mangione killing, you have the New York Times platforming an entire conversation, rationalizing it and justifying it. And so, look,
dude was just working a job, man.
For left-wing inspired violence, but what I am saying
is the health industry corrupt? Absolutely. Do you kill somebody's father on the street? No.
Should have a little bit of hesitation before they bring on people.
I don't want Obama to get shot. I don't want Biden to get shot. Kamala, Hillary.
To lone wolves, to psychopaths. And they're saying, I might become popular in the New York Times if I just pull the trigger. And I think that is the responsibility of all those people in positions of power and authority on the
I don't want Trump shot.
Let me bring back. Wait a second.
Not because I didn't vote for him.
This whole scandal involving the SPLC, you said the government's indictment is a huge vindication.
Yeah,
you say the group
it is.
Nazis from scratch. The SPLC was living off fake propaganda and destroying lives in the process. Now the SPLC designated the Proud Boys as a hate group for their bigoted rhetoric targeting.
We can erase that now, I guess.
You say you were targeted by them and sued them in 2019.
You should have been paid. Should have took the money.
But notwithstanding all that, so you got a history with them. Well, you got a history with them. It's still going. Okay, I accept that clarification. The point I would make is this: if we were talking about a report which came out which said that the FBI had been, as we know they do, had been funneling cash to members of drug cartels, the mafia, whatever it may be, with a view to getting informers who give information leading to mass arrests of these people and incarceration, I presume you wouldn't have had a problem with that. So when I see the defense has been put up by them, which is, this money was going to these groups, to informers, so that we could catch the real bad guys and bring them to justice. Is that not a reasonable argument if you think about FBI and so on?
Catch the real bad guys and bring them to justice? What are you, 8 years old? Are we playing Cowboys and Indians?
Yeah.
The SPLC was creating Nazis from scratch. They weren't garnering information. I'll prove it to you right now. Go to the SPL site. What are the scoops they're getting? What is this? They're going to rob a bank on Friday. There was no unique information on the SPL site. It was all just, this is the group, this is what they do, all Googleable. They weren't paying them for info. They weren't paying them to stop crime. They weren't paying for inside tips. They were paying them to exist. They weren't paid for information. They were paid for agitation. And they did it. The SPLC makes money on photographs of Charlottesville and the Tiki Torch. They raised $30 million from that photograph. And it's just like this right-wing violence, left-wing violence thing. You look up a bunch of deranged Nazis with Hispanic names.
Horrible.
That's your side. This is our side. No, that's not our side. We're not Nazis. We don't want blacks to die. We don't deny the Holocaust. Those are
My son is black.
Your guys are your friends. Cole Allen is your pal. The Zizians, they have the same politics as you. You're in bed with your radicals. Our radicals, we don't even know them. They're freaks. And the SPLC and the ADL.
I wanted to
spent
watch
hundreds
this.
of millions
I'm
of
gonna stop
dollars
it.
amalgamating us with our radicals.